Ashley, and I am back for a new When the Beat Drops video. And like always, you know I am here to give you my 5 hot beats of the week, so stay tuned for more. Okay guys, so let's get into... Wait, hold on. I don't know if you guys can see, but do you like my new nail polish? I got my nails done today. It's Mamba by Essie. I love Essie nail polish, and I got my hair done over. But anyway, so let's get into the first beat of this week. And this week, the first beat has to go to Trey Songz and Chris Brown. So if you guys remember, back in August, it definitely was August, I remember. Back in August, the two took to their, individual Instagrams to basically make a series of videos to announce that they will be going on tour. And it's been, some months since then, but they have finally announced the name of the tour, and they have also announced the dates of the tour. So this past Monday in West Hollywood at the House of Blues, they held like a little press conference type of thing or whatever with Terrence J, who used to be on 106 & Park, who's also part of E! News right now. And they gave like a preview of what to expect, and they revealed that the name of the tour will be called Between the Sheets Tour. I mean, it's only necessary because they're like the hottest R&B singers out right now. So yeah, so they announced the name of the tour, and they also announced that along with them on the tour they will have Tyga. And I mean, I guess that's a good addition to it and stuff or whatever. Back when I did Tyga's latest issue on Vibe magazine, he talked about how like Chris Brown is his like only like girlfriend, I guess, musically wise. So yeah. So, in Between the Sheets tour, Chris Brown and Trey Songz are the headliners, and this tour also features Tyga. The tour will be starting on January 28th, 2015, and the first stop on the tour is Hampton, Virginia. You guys know that both Trey Songz and Chris Brown are from Virginia, so it only makes sense that they started the tour there. So, that will be the first stop. Will end, I think, March 8th or March 9th. It ends on March 8th in Inglewood, California. So if you guys are interested in going to see the In Between the Sheets tour with Chris Brown, Trey Songz, and Tyga, be sure to look up your tickets on Live Nation, because that tour is definitely going to be something that's going to be the tour to be in definitely this winter. So yeah. So the second beat of this week, we have to talk about Jessie J and Ariana Grande. So, everywhere that I went on the internet, I kept on seeing people talk about, Jessie J and Ariana Grande are remaking Brandy Monica's The Boy Is Mine. Now, when I first heard this, because, people are very much vague about, when they're more quick to react and say, I don't want her to do that, I don't want him to do that, and they don't give out like the straight facts. So of course I had to look into this, and I thought this was something that Jessie J and Ariana Grande were like, I guess, taking upon themselves to do, but that was not the case whatsoever. So popular producer Ronnie Jerkins, this year he is celebrating 20 years in the music industry, and as a celebration, what he is doing is he is gathering some of the classic hits that he's produced, and he's re-recording them with artists from today. So one of the songs is Brandy and Monica's The Boy Is Mine, and he's chosen Jessie J and Ariana Grande to remake the song. And one thing that everybody else failed to mention is another song that he's redoing is Whitney Houston's It's Not Right, But It's Okay, I'm Gonna Make It Anyway. So he's also, doing that song over, and he's having Sam Smith cover that song. So for y'all that did not know, it's not only The Boy Is Mine, but it's also Whitney Houston's song, It's Not Right, But It's Okay, featuring Sam Smith. Now, those definitely are two big classic hits. Now, here's how I feel about the whole situation. I think, first of all, it's a clever idea for Ronnie Jerkins as a producer to, celebrate his milestone in this music industry how he wants to, because like I said, he's responsible for those hits anyway. So first, we can't put it on these artists because those are his songs. This is him, putting these artists to do those songs. So don't come too harsh down on them. But I will say I am somewhat in kind of an agreement with, like, I don't think that should, especially with The Boy Is Mine and stuff like that. I feel like that's one song we haven't really heard anybody throughout the years touch. And that's such a classic song because not only was that song, you know, popping in like the 90s, but that was a song that Brandy and Monica won a Grammy off of. So it's like, I kind of understand, and some part of me is saying I don't want them to touch that song neither. Not that I don't like Ariana, not that I don't like Jessie J, but that's Brandy and Monica. Like, it's so much that was swarming around that song. The song was like on the charts for like weeks and weeks and weeks when it came out. I remember actually having like the little CD. I think like when it came like back then, and like, you know how like we have like CDs now and it's like a whole full album. Back then, like, you would have a CD and like it would be like only 2 tracks. Like it was like a single basically. So like I remember having the CD for the single, and I remember like listening to it all the time, and it would be like just the song itself, and then it would have like the instrumental to it. Gosh, I wonder where that's at. I really wonder where that's at actually. That'd be like some great intro music for you. But yeah, so like some part of me doesn't want that to be done over. But, I mean, it's a genius idea. And what I'm saying is, like, he's not picking, you know, mediocre artists. Like, he's picking, like, real singers. Jessie J, Ariana Grande, Sam Smith. They are vocally talented. Like, all 3 of them can sing. Like, they can sing their butts off, sing their faces off. Like, they can sing. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, you know, we're always quick to like judge, and we don't want this to happen. We don't this and that, and it might just turn out great. And I mean, I'm sure like Brandy and Monica, they're still here, and they're like awesome artists, like awesome people all around. So I mean, maybe they might have some input. We never know how it's gonna go. And I know Rodney Jerkins and like Brandy, like yes, they're like really close and stuff like that. So I don't know, but I mean, only alternate ideas I can think of aside from them like re-recording the albums, I was thinking maybe he could have did like a compilation album where he put all of the songs on one album together, since they were all like big hits. So you know, you have this CD of big hits with like some of your favorite artists, when you have like Whitney and Brandy, Monica, and all the other artists he's created songs for throughout the years. Or then I thought like maybe he could have did like, you know, a concert where, you know, always when you have something like the BET Awards or like the Soul Train Awards, it's always like an artist that's being honored. So you know, we have all of the artists from today come and sing their songs and, you know, honor them. So maybe he could have gotten, you know, he could have done like a concert and got like singers like Jessie J and them to come together and, you know, do those songs for purposes of the concert, and had, you know, artists that are still here that he's done the songs with, they can be honored. You know, I mean, I don't know, but I mean, it's just something we gotta see. That's it. We just have to see what happens. Hopefully, and I'm sure it won't be as bad, but it is what it is. So the third beat of this week, we have to talk about Omarion. So usually when I talk about like, you know, love and hip hop and stuff or whatever, it's always the ratchet, the bad, the she did this, she ain't got no business doing that, and all of this other stuff. But I mean, for once this week we had like and you know, I only could talk about what they show. So I mean, but they finally showed what might be the only, you know, positive, you know, type of moment throughout this entire season. So on this past week's Monday's episode, we got to see April actually give birth to her and Omarion's son Mega. So I mean, that was a sweet moment. And right after that happened, you know, the following day he released his new single, Supposed to Be, on Power 106 in LA, and this actually is appearing on his upcoming album Sex Playlist, and this will be his first official album under MMG, because I remember a few summers ago, I don't know how many years ago it was, but I remember it was a specific summer, and Omarion came out of nowhere. He was like, yeah, I'm on Young Money, and just like that, he was off Young Money, and then he was like on MMG, and he's been down with MMG ever since. So it was like kind of weird, because he's like the only like R&B singer on MMG. But you know, finally he's had like mixtapes, and you know, he's been on the labels like album. What's the name of it? When I figure out, I'll put it. Y'all know what albums I'm talking about. But yeah, he's been on those albums and stuff, but now he has like his first official. Damn, maybe Tiger should have went to MMG. Everybody over at MMG is getting release dates, but anyway, so yeah, his new album Sex Playlist will actually be releasing on December 2nd, and the first single off of the album is Supposed to Be, featuring Chris Brown and his niece's mother, aka Jhené Aiko, and that's actually going to be the song of the week. So yeah, stay tuned to hear that towards the end of the video and stuff. But so I mean, I like the song. It's like, I think it's produced by DJ Mustard, so you have like that typical West Coast type of sound and stuff. But it's a cool song, and he also released the track listing for the album. So the first song off of the track listing is called Sex Playlist, the title track, and the second one is Supposed to Be, which is of course featuring Chris Brown and Jhené Aiko. The third one is Show Me featuring Jeremiah. The fourth one, Inside. The next one is Steam. The next one is The Only One, followed by Boss, which also is followed by Work, Deeper. Well, no, the song is Work, and then the next song is Deeper. Then the song after that is Don't Leave, and then the song after that is Don't Like It. The next song is Love and Other Drugs, and the final song is Already. So, like I said, Omarion's first album under MMG, Sex Playlist, will be releasing on December 3rd. So yeah, it's been some time since he's had an album, and I'm glad he got a release date. You know, Mega needs some Pampers and formula and stuff like that, so this album needed to drop. So perfect timing. Okay, so let's move on to our fourth topic, and this actually happened, like, broke out today. Like, I was in the nail salon while I was getting my nails done, and I was reading this, and I was like, God. So for the beat of this week, I have to talk about 106 & Park coming to an end after 14 years. Damn. Alright, so me personally, I've grown up watching 106 & Park. 106 & Park has started since I was in first grade. So like me, I'm used to coming home 6 o'clock and, you know, doing my homework, watching 106 & Park. Like, even up until my college years. Like, it hasn't been so recently, but, you know, even when I, like, definitely my freshman year, I remember, you know, still watching 106 & Park and doing my homework. So, it was shocking, but it was not shocking. Because, let's be honest, like, definitely after Terrence and Roxy have left the show, it's been like, downhill, I guess you can say. They did this whole search for new personalities for the show, and, you know, they popped up and it was like, hey, we're gonna give you 4 hosts, and that's when they brung Bow Wow, they brung Miss Mikey, they brung Pajion, and they brung Shorty. I think his name is Shorty, right? I think so. Yeah, so they brung all of them, and then they didn't even last long. By the summertime, they were out of there, and, you know, Bow Wow, of course, stayed because he's Mr. 106 & Park and a familiar face, and we all know him. And, you know, he had Angela Simmons help him for that whole summer. That was the whole summer of 2013. He had Angela help him for that whole summer. And then once Angela was gone, they came and brought, you know, Keisha Shantae in. And I was familiar with Keisha Shantae because before, like, I just heard about her years before, so I personally was familiar with her, and, you know, they've been on air since. You know, Bow Wow and Keisha Shantae, they've been on air together since, you know, for about like a good year and some months now. So I mean, it was only a matter of time, honestly. Like, it's not like we expect these artists or these personalities to stay forever. You know, every time we get a new batch of hosts, you know, it's always one person or a group of people saying, well, this show was not as hot when yada 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 yada. You know, we was all tight, we all cried when AJ and Free left. And then, you know, they sat here and they had Big Tigger come in with Jaleesa, and Big Tigger was a familiar face because he used to do Rap City. And at the time, while they were on the show, they was doing BET New Faces, and that was the whole competition thing that they was doing. And then when that competition was over, you know, we had Terrence and Roxy, we got comfortable with them, and, you know, 106 was still like, you know, still still popping around that time when, you know, the time that Terrence and Roxy was definitely on the show. And I personally remember going to Winterton Park, and like I would just go to the show and I swear I would just stare at Terrence. That entire show, I didn't care what was going on. I just wanted to see Terrence on camera, off camera. I'm just staring at him just because he was just that good looking to me. But yeah, so, but I feel like after me personally, I just feel like after Terrence and Roxy left and they furthered on in their careers, Winterton Park, like it's just been on the down slope. So it's like I'm sad because if it wasn't for 106 & Park, honestly, I don't even think, I'm in school studying journalism, and I think 106 & Park definitely, for me, played a part in that because, like I said, that show's been on since I was in first grade, and I would sit here and I would watch and I would do my homework, and I used to sit here watch all of my favorite videos and stuff like that, see my favorite artists, you know, when they used to have Wild Out Wednesday, when they used to have Freestyle Friday, like it was just so much that happened over the past 14 years, and I was like, yo, I want to be on TV and do that. Like, I want to be a personality. So I mean, definitely I feel like 106 & Park has played a big part as far as like what I want to do career wise, while I'm actually probably sitting in front of this camera right now making this, you know, video, because like I said, I want to be a personality. And I mean, it was always my dream to, you know, be a host on 106 & Park, but I mean, it's not going to be on air on television no more. So BET, I need y'all to make new shows because I need a job. I graduate in May 2016 and I'm coming down there. I need a job, so get on it. Y'all need to make new shows because I have to have something to replace the slot anyway. But like I was saying, so yeah, so let me just read what statement was put out after the announcement was made that they would be off air. So it said, America's #1 music variety show on cable television, 106 & Park, will host its final daily on-air show on December 19th, 2014, concluding its impressive 14-year run. The 106 & Park brand remains strong and will continue to produce various specials throughout the year, including its annual New Year's Eve show, 106 & Party, along with live event experiences at the BET Awards and BET Experience. In 2015, 106 & Park looks forward to continuing its reign as the hottest hangout on the coolest digital platforms, BET.com. So basically, like 106 & Park as we know it, as far as like, you know, coming on every day at 6 o'clock. Well, this new season in particular, since September, it's been coming on at 5 o'clock. But you know, we would know 106 & Park at 6 o'clock. But y'all remember that commercial where it was a commercial that they had years ago. I'll probably, if I can find it, I'll probably put it here. And you know, everybody was outside having fun and stuff on the block, and then it was like, yo, it's 6 o'clock, and everybody ran inside the house to watch 106 & Park. That's how it really used to be. But I feel like that good feeling of 106 & Park and the need to watch it has definitely disappeared. So like I said, it was only a matter of time. But like I said, so they won't be on air, but they'll have a 106 & Park presence on BET.com. And like they said, you know, like New Year's Eve and stuff like that, we'll be able to see 106 & Park as far as like television goes. You know, BET Awards, they'll still have 106 & Park when they do like the red carpet show and, you know, all of that. But as far as like every day of the week, Monday through Friday, we won't see it. So, I mean, I don't know if they're still going to have Val and Keisha Shantae host these shows when they pop up every once in a while. But yeah. So RIP to 106 & Park. You'll definitely be missed. Like I said, you guys definitely have inspired me and have helped me as far as choosing my career paths and what I'm doing in school right now. So BET, make them shows because I need a job. And like they said, the last show for 106 & Park will be airing on December 19th, 2014. So yeah. Okay, so my final beat for this week, I have to talk about the Aaliyah Biopic. So today, right now, it's Friday. I'm recording this video and it's Friday, so 9 times out of 10, you guys are going to see this video tomorrow, Saturday. So I'm going to speak in reference for tomorrow. So today, aka November 15th, 2014, the Aaliyah Biopic comes on at Lifetime. I've talked about it in a couple of videos. I've showed like a few, you know, previews and stuff or whatever. So today is the day we've been waiting for, the day I've been waiting for, because I'm ready to critique the hell out of this movie, like I said before. So the movie finally comes on Lifetime tonight, Saturday, November 15th, like I said again. So you're watching this is Saturday. The movie comes on tonight on Lifetime at 8 o'clock. So make sure you're in front of your TV. And just know for a fact that my impressions for the Aaliyah biopic will definitely be the first beat of next week's video. So yes, so the movie comes on tonight. Some part of me, like, I want the movie to be good because I was such a Aaliyah fan when I was younger, still an Aaliyah fan today, and I just want this movie to depict her life perfectly. But some part of me has, like, because there's been so much controversy as far as like who's playing Aaliyah, the fact that her parents, none of her family members at that have like they don't support the film. They try to like have it, you know, shut down. They can't even use Aaliyah's music. Like, some part of me is like, I feel like, nah, this is not gonna work. But I mean, we're all gonna watch it, I know. And actually, the main character, Alexandra Shipp, who's playing Aaliyah, she visited Wendy Williams, and I also included a clip of interview she did with Entertainment Tonight. I think it was Entertainment Tonight. I don't know. Let me just play the video.
So how do you feel? You know, Saturday's your big day.
Yeah, it's overwhelming. It's exciting. It's everything that I guess anyone could hope for when they're given an opportunity like this, you know, is people finally being able to see the hard work that we put into the movie.
Yeah. You know, now when you auditioned for this movie, you'll remember everybody, Zendaya Coleman originally had the job, and then she was fired or she quit or whatever it was. Anyway, were you in the running at that particular point when Zendaya, because I wasn't on board with the movie until we picked you to be the Aaliyah.
Yeah.
I wasn't part of the Zendaya part. Did you audition at the same time Zendaya did?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I auditioned earlier in the year, and I did maybe 3 or 4 auditions for Deborah Martin Chase and Howard, and and then they went with Zendaya, and then I went off and did Drumline, and I was like, oh, that's
Drumline 2.
Drumline, A New Beat.
Yep, A New Beat.
Yeah.
And you're also, did you even know who Aaliyah was?
Oh yeah, totally. My mom loves R&B music, and she used to, you know, tell me, because I was an awkward-looking child, that one day I would be as pretty as her, and you know, and then I fell in love with her music. Age was a little bit before me, but I fell in love with 1 in a Million, and loved the album. Wanted ombre hair my entire life, and then when I got a chance to audition for it, I was just overwhelmed and happy that I would even be able to audition for it, you know, just be in the room.
Now, the thing about Aaliyah's family is that they did not give us clearance to use her music. And so, fortunately, Alexandra, you sang the music, so you're like a triple threat. You act, you sing, and you dance, because you dance like her, too.
Yeah.
Okay, then give me the early Aaliyah voice. Let me hear that.
The first song that she does when she's 14 is My Prerogative. So it's like a lot of woos, then everybody's talking all this stuff about me, you know, because she's trying to be like Bobby Brown.
Cute. Now give me the old Aaliyah voice.
How could the one I gave my heart to break my heart so bad? You know, it's the bass, it's the feel, it's the performance. So now it's not just like, woo, I'm bubbly and I'm dancing and I'm singing and stuff. It's now like, I'm gonna smooth it down.
Yeah. So you guys kind of, I guess, all I can say is the Aaliyah biopic, Aaliyah the Princess of R&B, comes on tonight on Lifetime at 8 p.m. I'll be watching. I'll probably be tweeting about it. So if you're not already following me on Twitter, it's @_Ashley94. I'll be sure to put it at the bottom. So yeah, and definitely look out for, you know, next week's video when I talk about my thoughts about it. And look, and also before I forget, I actually watched a separate interview. I won't incorporate it in this video, but what I'll do is I'll link it below in the description box. There's like Alexandra Shipp, who's playing Aaliyah. She did a couple of interviews, and one interview she did was with Hip Hollywood, not hip hop, but Hip Hollywood, and they asked her about like the whole family not being involved, and she said like, I've reached out to the family. I've tried to get in touch with her mother. I definitely tried to get in touch with her brother, because we all know that Aaliyah was close to her brother Rashad, and like she hasn't heard from anybody. So she had, like, I guess she according to her, she tried to make the effort to at least have their involvement so she could get as close to being Aaliyah. So I don't even know like who she talked to that personally knew Aaliyah. So I don't know if she's going based off of like media, you know, like performances and like interviews and stuff to somewhat get an idea of who she was as far as like in the media eye. And yeah, I don't know how this movie's gonna turn out, but I'm definitely watching, and hopefully they prove me wrong. But if not, just know I'm here to smash them, because I feel like Aaliyah, that's a person whose story needs to be told properly, and if they can't deliver, I'm definitely gonna say they can't deliver. I haven't been holding back since I've done these videos anyway. So yeah, so those are my 5 hot beats of the week. Okay guys, so I want to thank you for tuning into this week's video, and you know after every video I have to remind you guys to comment on my videos, like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and share my videos with others. It'll greatly be appreciated. And I do have, I think, one quick note for this week. Usually I have like 3 or 4, but for this week my note is Tyga. He finally has the album release date for his album, the Gold album, and it comes out December 23rd. No one knows if it's, you know, independent as far as like him, you know, dropping stuff on Last Kings, because, you know, he said he wanted to go the independent route, or if it's like his last album on Young Money. I'm not sure, but if anyone's interested, Tyga's new album, the Gold album will be coming out December 23rd. So other than that, I did mention my song of the week, which was the third beat of this week. Like I said, Omarion, he has his album Sex Playlist coming out December 2nd, and he premiered his new song Supposed to Be featuring Janae Aiko and Chris Brown, so that is the song of the week. And if you want to hear the whole song in its entirety, of course you guys know you have to go to my blog, j-ashley94.blogspot.com to hear it, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye! Or bye!
Niggas close to me, and all them other niggas where they supposed to be.